Moses and his God-fearing follower. The Holy Quran is full of stories highlighting the rebellion and disobedience of nations. One such incident involves the children of Israel during the time of Prophet Moses, Musa, peace be upon him. Under divine command, Prophet Moses instructed his people to proceed towards the Holy Land, Beit al-Maqdis, to confront its inhabitants and claim it as God had assigned. However, the people were overcome with fear at the thought of the strength and stature of its residents. They replied arrogantly, "We will not go. You and your God go fight them." For this refusal, the Almighty punished them. They were forbidden from entering the land for 40 years, and were forced to wander through the valleys and plains, living as nomads rather than settling down. This punishment is mentioned clearly in Surah Al-Ma'idah. Allah reminds them of the countless blessings bestowed upon them, saying, "O my people, remember the favor of Allah upon you when He made prophets among you, made you kings, and gave you that which He had not given to any other among the worlds. O my people, enter the holy land which Allah has assigned to you, and turn not back, for then you will be returned as losers." Yet the people responded with fear and stubbornness, saying, "O Moses, in it are a people of great strength, and we shall never enter it until they leave. When they leave, then we will enter." Only a few God-fearing individuals among them, on whom Allah had bestowed His grace, advised bravery and reliance on Allah. They urged, "Enter through the gate, for when you have entered it, you will be victorious. Put your trust in Allah if you are true believers." But the majority mocked, saying, "We shall never enter while they are there. Go you and your Lord and fight. We will stay here." In response, Allah decreed that the land would be forbidden to them for 40 years, and they would wander aimlessly in distraction. Even before Prophet Moses, the children of Israel had been recipients of God's immense favors. They were gifted wealth, honor, kingship, and superiority over other nations, including the Greeks, Romans, and Copts. Yet, they failed to live up to the blessings granted to them, and in arrogance, they often considered themselves superior to all other nations. This pattern of disobedience continued during the period when they were commanded to fight the Amalekites, a formidable tribe descending from Imlik, a descendant of Prophet Noah. These Amalekites had settled in Yathrib, Medina, and were powerful and tall, instilling fear in the hearts of the Israelites. When Prophet Moses commanded them to confront these tribes, the Israelites turned away in cowardice. For their refusal, Allah made them wander in the valley of Tih for 40 years. During this time, they were provided with divine sustenance. Manna and salwa were sent down to nourish them. 12 springs gushed from a rock for the 12 tribes, and the Torah was revealed along with other commandments. During this period, Prophet Aaron passed away, and later Prophet Moses himself departed from this world. His successor, Prophet Joshua, Yusha bin Nun, took leadership and eventually led the Israelites to besiege Jerusalem. It is said that the conquest occurred on a Friday, a day when Jews traditionally refrain from fighting. In response to Prophet Joshua's prayers, Allah extended the day briefly, granting them victory and an abundance of war booty. The reason for Bani Israel's refusal to fight stems from fear. 12 spies were sent from their tribes to scout the city, and upon witnessing the size and strength of its people, they were terrified. Some narrations describe how the city's owner presented them with enormous fruits to illustrate the inhabitants' might, leaving the spies in awe. Consequently, the Israelites were too fearful to obey divine command, displaying cowardice and disobedience. After leaving the valley of Tih, the Israelites were again commanded to enter towns and cities with humility and submission. Surah Al-Baqarah recounts that they were instructed to enter Jerusalem and eat from its bounty while seeking forgiveness from Allah. Instead, they mocked the command, crawling rather than bowing in prostration, and failing to acknowledge Allah's mercy. As a result, they were punished with divine wrath, sometimes described as a plague, sent upon them for their continuous disobedience and mockery. Despite their confinement, the Israelites continued to engage in battles with local populations, including the Amalekites, Amorites, Adumites, Midianites, and Moabites. Prophet Aaron passed away before the completion of their 40-year wandering. Prophet Moses then led his people to Moab, where they conquered key regions before his passing on Mount Abarim. Prophet Joshua succeeded him, leading Israel to victory over Palestine and its cities, including Jericho and Jerusalem, though exact historical sequence is debated. Prophet Moses had earlier sent forces to Sham, Syria, the Levant, and Yathrib, Medina, defeating the Canaanites and Amalekites respectively. These Amalekites were the same tribe whose confrontation had initially instilled fear in the Israelites during their earlier command to enter Beit al-Maqdis. The Torah also records the battle with the Amalekites at Rephidim. Prophet Moses instructed Joshua to lead men into battle while he, along with Aaron and Hur, stood atop a hill with the staff of God. As long as Moses held up his hand, Israel prevailed. When he lowered it, Amalek gained advantage. Moses' steadfastness ensured Joshua's eventual victory, and the memory of Amalek was to be blotted out under divine decree. It is likely this success motivated the subsequent campaigns against Amalekites in Yathrib. Those who rejected the Mosaic law, including their king, were defeated. This story, richly narrated in the Quran and historical texts, demonstrates the consequences of fear, disobedience, and arrogance, while highlighting the mercy and guidance of Allah for those who place their trust in Him. The Israelites were repeatedly reminded of their blessings, yet only through steadfast faith and courage could they attain divine favor and victory. These narratives provide lessons for all generations. To trust in God, act with bravery in the face of challenges, and fulfill the responsibilities granted by divine blessings.